How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's well. As you will have noticed from the potato face cam, we're going to be looking at another deck profile. So we'll get straight into it. It's Ninjas. This is the deck that I've just picked up and been having a bunch of fun with, kind of with my more casual playing at the minute. Really enjoying the deck. So, to start off, we've got Hanzo. It rotors for your ninjitsu arts, which are your in-archetype spells and traps, when it is normal summoned. If it's special summoned, it can grab any ninja name. Now, it's a really old card, so it can miss timing, so be careful how you're using it. If you're popping it out off a duplication, I don't believe it works. This has to be the last thing resolving in a chain. Just look up the rules for when effects, because it's not conditional on if it's summoned, it has to occur when it's summoned. I might even be wrong with that last thing happening in a chain. So just familiarise yourself with that. I need to brush up on it a little because it's not usually a problem with modern cards. Speaking of modern cards, some push ninja support. So Tobari, it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, so it's a mini wall. This is just the turn that it's summoned, or if it's flipped up, if someone attacks into it, it does come up a little more than you'd think. It's also a pseudo 2-card extender, so you need a body to actually special summon it, but you discard it to grave, and then you can special summon out another ninja from hand. And the final effect, the effect that you're pretty much going to use it for every time, is if it is on the field, you can quick effect tag into a synchro. A fusion. We're a fusion deck, not a synchro deck. Mitsu is a fab. I don't know, they're both situational. Another extender, I was about to say better, but you can special summon Mitsu out if you've got a face down defense position card or a ninja on field. It just pops itself out from hand. If you have a face down defense position card, then you can... An opponent would activate a card effect. You flip it face up. If it's a ninja, you can negate that that monster effect, I believe. So again, really good. Part of your end board, so to speak, but you establish your end board in your opponent's turn. Jioh permanently Book of Moons 2 cards on summon. Now this is your opponent's cards where it's permanent, and if it is if another card changes position, so say you flip a card face up while it's on the field, it can target and destroy a card. I play it at 2, some people play it at 1. If you open it, the combo is a little dead. So I opt for 2 for this. The others are mandatory 3-ofs. Now on to the 1-ofs. 1 Baku. Again, some people play 2. If you add this card to hand by card effect, then you can automatically special summon it, and you can add back a... I think it's on summon. You can set an... Oh, can you set? No. Add to hand. You add to hand either a ninja or a ninjitsu art card, and there's some fun little loops with it. Kagero is a reborn, but you're setting one. And Green Ninja, when it leaves the field, you can Book of Moon. It also is a pseudo extender, so if something else gets special summoned, you can special summon Green. They're really strange. It's definitely a control archetype, but it has some combo ability. Dancing Leaves. This makes the entire deck tick. It is the most pushed support I've seen in a little bit, probably with the exception of Circular. You contribute any set monster or ninja monster on the field to just eat Alien Ninja out from deck. It's fantastic. I will do a quick demonstration of the kind of thing you want to be doing for your very standard play, probably at the end. Duplication, you contribute off a ninja and then special summon from deck cards that equal its level. So again, really strong. You can play it at 1 because more often than not, your ideal situation is you're opening this at 3 with a ninja name, and then you're searching this with ideally Hanzo. That is your best situation. I find 2 is nice to push through in case you need the utility. It's recyclable. I can definitely see an argument for it being at 1. I've not really seen people playing it at 3, but it's a really good card. Even your minimal setups with it can be quite lethal. Notebook of Mystery. So if your opponent controls cards, you can set 1 directly from deck and 1 from grave. Now this is a ninja or a ninjitsu art, but they have to be from different places, and I believe they can't be... only 1 can come from each. Yeah. And then if it's sat on the field and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 monster on the field and change its face down defense. So it's Book of Moon if it gets sent, but that hopefully is rarely going off. You can kind of use it as a trap card to get everything started, but you do have a bit of lag depending on what you're using. Iron Digger, this card is nuts and it's great, and you definitely only need 1 because it's really accessible, especially with Notebook. But you can equip this to a card and then banish a ninja, destroy a card on the field. The card gains 500 and, more importantly, becomes a ninja as well. So there are so many plays with this. It enables so many interesting things. We'll have a little chat about it. As much as this isn't just a profile, ninjas are really interesting. Book of Moon, you can tribute your opponent's set monsters. It's got all of its utility and a little more in this deck. Instant Fusion, it does what it does. There's a level 5 or lower fusion. See, it's an extender, and you can board break with it because that fusion can banish. Rota does what Rota does, we all know this. Add a level 4 or lower warrior to hand. You really want to be seeing your ninjas. And unfortunately, the thing that stops this deck being completely budget, I think Prosby is absolutely necessary. There's no substitute for it. You have to be able to shape your hands. This wins so many games you were bricking on otherwise. It's brilliant. Triple Tack, I was playing a heavier ninja lineup before this. I was using stuff like Tenchi Kai Mai, and I just found that obviously it's format staple right now. It's brilliant. The only confliction is if you Prosperity you can't draw to, but stealing an opponent's monster to get a problem out of the way or ripping a card out of the hand is fine. And if you haven't found your Prosperity, it gives you a little second chance at pushing through. Ash Blossom, great hand trap right now, and Infinite Impermanence. So, yeah, pretty much your main staple hand traps. Eclipse is probably fine to main deck in this. You're not really cleaning the board up, but you can OTK just over the top of everything, so it really depends what you're playing. I would say that's a solid main deck. I've refined it down a little bit. I think I like it a little leaner than a few of the builds I've seen. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. For the extra, we have got triple Meizen, because if your opponent activates anything while this is on the field, you just get to e-tele a ninja from deck. It's incredibly strong, and it means all ninjas can attack directly. So yeah, this is why you can just OTK over the top of any problems. The Armoured Ninja, I believe it's Yaguramaru. Yaguramaru. Pronunciations, as always. Yeah, Yaguramaru, that is a banish predominantly, so you banish a ninja from your grave, then a card from field. Ultimate Great Insect, this comes up specifically if you're in a brick situation where you have a Mitsu because it's an insect and you have Iron Digger equipped to it. you can just tag these straight out and you've got a 3k body. It's fine to have in there because realistically past this point there's not many more mandatory slots in the extra deck, but it's never come up for me yet. One of the mandatory slots, I would say Saizo. I like it at 2 just in case. This can set a ninjitsu art straight from deck, and I believe it just places it rather than searching it and adding it to hand. Fantastic. If everything goes wrong, Saizo can save you. Cross Sheep, it's part of your combo line to just get more bodies, because obviously you've got the fusion, so you get the reborn effect, which lets you go into access code. I was testing Boral Sword, because there's worlds where, like, obviously you've got a double attack, it'd be on 3500 going directly over everything. That one extra body that it needs is a problem so often for this deck. I've definitely opted for access code. Dugares, if you've got the bodies, you can just double the access code's attack, and that's a one swing. Yeah, it's mainly for the double attack. Cowboy, no one's read these. Or, like, not many people have read through Ninja, so your games are probably going to go long. No one's happy about what it's used for, but it's in there. You can pick other rank 4 engine pieces, you could stick a Baguska in, you know. And then I've got the Utopia and the Lightning. Really flexible spots. Like I say, you can pretty much put any rank 4 you want in. You're probably only making one on your kill shot turn, because it will be a Hanzo and the Reborn. But, you know, pick your poison, whatever you want, really. So we'll talk about the combo real quick, which is hilarious to call it a combo. So your ideal 2-card combo is you have a Hanzo and a Dancing Leaves, or a Hanzo and a Duplication. Normal summon Hanzo, search the one you don't have, and set them both. In your opponent's turn, tribute off your Hanzo to special summon a Jioh. Congratulations, you've just got a really strong disruption off what one thing resolving. Jioh will then permanently Book of Moon 2 things. There's a reason this deck absolutely eats Kashtira and absolutely just bites it against any fusion deck, because that's so strong against some things and not at all with others. So then your follow-up after that is to Duplication that away. You probably want your Green Ninja. You will want a Mitsu, and what are we at? We're at 4. So you definitely want a Tobari, and then, you know, you can get a Baku if you want the 4th body. I tend to favour adding Baku to hand off a special summon Hanzo. I mean, there's nothing stopping you getting more names, so you can get another Mitsu and a Tobari as well. But more or less, you end up in a situation where ideally you've got a face-up Tobari to give you a bit of flexibility, a face-up Mitsu. Worst case, if it's a little more condensed and you don't have all the levels to work with, you'd set it, flip that, and then you still get your quick effect fusion. You've got the Green Ninja. When you do your quick effect fusion, you fuse that off into your banish. You banish something and you Book of Moon it. So from a borderline nothing board, you get an awful lot out of it. The other thing that's probably worth a very quick mention is special summoning Hanzo. So if you special summon Hanzo, add Baku to hand, it'll special summon itself, make some plays, get access to Iron Digger, equip it to one of their opponents' monsters, banish the Baku to pop the monster, that'll go to grave, add back the Baku, special summons itself, gets the Iron Digger back. You've just gone completely resource neutral and dealt with a threat. It's a nice little maneuver. You can also do it more flexibly, obviously. So there's lots of niche little interactions. It's really fun, and I'd recommend people pick it up. It will take more games than you'd think. I wouldn't say it's for top tier contention right now, not by a long shot, but it's very, very roguish, very my speed, very the kind of thing that I enjoy. Yeah. So that is Ninja. Your side deck is format staples, and because I have left them over there and I'm not going to walk off screen to go and get them, I would say your optional tech is a copy of Ninjitsu Art of Transformation and a Scary Moth, because you can just floodgate your opponent with them. If you're doing that, you still want to prioritise your mainline combo and catch it at the end, just to put the nail in the coffin, if they're very special summon reliant. Bit of a longer one today with those explanations, but like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, hit the bell icon, let us know what you think. If there's any comments or questions, I'm happy to look into it. I am not that well up on this deck yet, but I will be. I've been enjoying it a lot. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Do all that good stuff. It really helps us out. We're trying to get going. Namaste, fuckers. We'll see you next time.